The alien fleet loomed over Earth, darkening the skies with its vast presence. The spacecrafts hovered silently, their sleek, metallic forms reflecting the sun's rays. The invaders were a powerful race known as the Zorathians, feared across the galaxy for their advanced technology and ruthless conquests. They had heard rumors about Earth's primitive inhabitants, humans, and their outdated weapons. The Zorathians had visited many worlds before, easily conquering planets with their superior technology, but Earth, with its crude machinery and old-fashioned military, was supposed to be an easy target. Commander Zithar, the leader of the Zorathian fleet, stood in the control room of the flagship, watching as Earth's defenses scrambled to respond. The planet's armies sent out their jets and tanks, but Zithar could only laugh at the sight. These machines were nothing more than primitive toys compared to the advanced weaponry the Zorathians possessed. "Look at them," Zithar sneered. "A museum piece. What can these silly tanks possibly do against our fleet?" His second-in-command, Lieutenant Sil, chuckled. "We could wipe them out with a single shot, Commander. They won't even know what hit them." The Zorathians had been expecting this. The Earthlings' attempts at defense would be futile. But Zithar had underestimated one thing: humanity's will to fight. Down below, in a dusty military base just outside a small American town, Sergeant Jason Blake sat in the command center, staring at the incoming transmission from the satellite feed. His fingers drummed nervously on the table as he watched the enormous alien ships in the sky. The tension in the air was palpable. He had spent years training for something like this, but even he had never imagined it would come in the form of an alien invasion. "All units, prepare for defense," Blake ordered, his voice firm. "Activate all weapon systems. We need to buy time." His commanding officer, Colonel Adams, joined him on the floor. "Surgeon, I need you to take the old tank out into the field. We need something to show these aliens that we're not just going to roll over and die. Do whatever you can." Jason raised an eyebrow. The old tank he referred to was no ordinary vehicle. It was a relic from the 20th century, a symbol of human resilience. The N1 Abrams, an ancient but reliable war machine. It had seen countless battles, and though outdated, it was still one of the most powerful tanks humanity had at its disposal. "Yes, sir," Jason responded, saluting and running out to the vehicle bay. As he approached the M1 Abrams, he noticed the cracks on the exterior and the chipped paint. It was indeed a museum piece. But to Jason, it represented more than just an old tank. It represented everything humanity had endured to survive. With the engine roaring to life, Jason set the tank's massive tracks into motion. His heart pounded as he steered it toward the battlefield. It was hard to believe that this old machine would be their first line of defense against an alien invasion, but there was no other choice. As he approached the open field, Jason couldn't help but feel a surge of pride. He was ready to prove that humanity would not go down without a fight. Back in space, the Zorathian fleet had already begun their attack. Laser beams shot down from the ships, vaporizing entire cities. There was no mercy. Zithar and his crew watched with amusement as Earth's defenses were obliterated, the pathetic resistance barely even causing a ripple in the Zorathian assault. But then something unexpected happened. A single tank, the M1 Abrams, rolled onto the battlefield. Zithar's eyes narrowed. The tank seemed so small, so insignificant in comparison to the towering alien ships above. "What are they doing?" Zithar muttered under his breath. Lieutenant Sil couldn't contain his laughter. "Commander, are you telling me that this is the best they have to offer? How quaint. Let's see how long it lasts." Jason, however, had other plans. He knew that the Zorathians were far more advanced, but what they didn't understand was human ingenuity. As the tank rumbled across the battlefield, Jason activated a hidden feature, the EMP pulse cannon. The Zorathians might have the superior firepower, but their reliance on technology could become their downfall. The M1 Abrams let out a low hum, then a pulse of energy shot out, blasting across the sky. The alien fleet's shields flickered and then went dark. For a brief moment, the Zorathian ships were vulnerable. Zithar's eyes widened in shock. "What just happened?" "We've lost shield integrity," Syl exclaimed, scrambling to understand the sudden failure. Jason smirked. Now it's our turn. He fired the tank's main cannon. The shell screamed through the air, striking one of the smaller Zarathian ships with a deafening explosion. The ship was engulfed in flames, and debris rained down from the sky. The alien fleet was taken aback, unprepared for the sudden retaliation from a single tank. How is this possible? Zithar growled, frustration bubbling up inside him. This shouldn't be happening. The N-1 Abrams fired again, hitting another Zarathian ship. The humans had no idea how much time they had, but they were determined to keep fighting. Jason's voice crackled over the radio as he spoke to the remaining human forces. We're not done yet. Let's show them what humanity is made of. The alien forces were stunned by the relentless attack. They had never expected humans to fight back with such tenacity. The Zarathians regrouped, sending out reinforcements to retaliate. But the message was clear now. Earth wasn't going to fall without a bloody fight. The N-1 Abrams, with Jason behind its controls, had made a statement to the invaders. The Zarathians had mocked humanity's museum peace tank, but now they were realizing that humans were anything but weak. With each blast from the tank's cannon, they understood that humanity's strength lay not in technology alone, but in the spirit of its people. As the battle raged on, the Zarathians began to retreat, not because they feared the tank, but because they realized that humanity was a force that would never give up. Commander Zithar, beaten and humiliated, ordered his fleet to leave Earth behind. The invaders were forced to retreat, their confidence shattered, their pride bruised. Back on Earth, Jason climbed out of the tank, wiping sweat from his brow. He looked up at the sky, where the alien ships had once hovered. It was over for now. Humanity had won.